Hey everyone, welcome or welcome back to the Missy Money channel. I'm Missy and I'm a mom of 3 and the owner of Missy Money, a small business that specializes in minimalist and aesthetic cash stuffing essentials to help inspire and motivate you on your personal finance journey. Today I'm going to be stuffing my magic month paycheck for August, which is my extra paycheck and pay period in the month of August, including variable expenses, sinking funds, and savings challenges. Stay tuned. All right, guys, so I'm really excited to be here for this magic month, this extra pay period in August. So before we dive in, I just want to remind folks, especially those that are new, what a magic month is. So a magic month happens when there is an extra paycheck or an extra pay period within the month. And for weekly paid employees, that'll happen 4 times a year. And for biweekly paid employees, that'll happen 2 times a year. Now, a magic month is a little bit different than a pure bonus because for a magic month, it's a paycheck that is still tied to a pay period, meaning that I will still need to stuff for my variable expenses because I'll still have a pay period assigned to this paycheck. But because I'm a weekly paid employee, I only count on 4 paychecks every single month as I'm allocating towards my bill and debt payments. And I've already had 4 pay periods for August, meaning that all of my bills and debts are already saved up and in the bank and ready to auto draft September's payments. So what I would normally allocate to bills and debts is now freed up for me to cash stuff elsewhere with this magic month paycheck. So it ends up being a lot more. For example, for me on a normal pay cycle, I'm normally stuffing about $1,100, a little bit under that. And for this pay cycle, this magic month paycheck, I'm going to be stuffing a little over $2,400. So when those bill and debt payments get freed up, it really makes a huge difference in being able to get ahead on some sinking funds and savings challenges. So I will go through kind of my allocations and how that all works in a minute. But first, I'm going to start by unstuffing what's left over from this pay period in my variable expenses in my wallet. So I'm going to go through and decide if I want to roll over anything that's left or if I'm going to unstuff it and contribute it to savings challenges at the end of this stuffing. So for groceries, I have $52 left. I'm going to go ahead and unstuff that. That's a good amount left. Eating out is empty, usually is. Gas is also empty. Spending has $7 left in it. I'm going to unstuff that. Family is empty. Kindness, I think has $5 left in it. Yep, I'm going to go ahead and keep that in and roll that over. So the next pay period and the miscellaneous is empty. And even though it is towards the end of the month, meaning I've gone through 4 pay cycles in August, I will not unstuff my spent envelope until after this next pay period. So before I start the September month, then I will go ahead and unstuff my spent envelope, deposit it in the bank, and pay off my credit card bill and reestablish my buffer for my debit cards. So, but it's not quite time to do that yet. So that is it for unstuffing my wallet. Let me go ahead and I'm going to just set this extra money aside and we will look and see how much is left before we do savings challenges. So I'm going to go ahead and pull my budget planner over and I'm actually, before I get to the paycheck breakdown and cash planning sheet for this magic month, I'm going to go back and show you the calendar spread for August and kind of explain why this magic month happens. So, so my first pay period of August was started with my payday on July 26th. And the reason that that happened is because a pay period goes from the day you are paid until the day before your next payday. And the first pay period of any month will be whatever pay period the first of the month falls in. And so for July 26th, that payday, that pay period started on July 26th and it went until August 1st. And because August 1st, the first of the month, fell within that pay period, July 26th was my first pay period or first payday of August. That made August 2nd payday number 2, August 9th payday number 3, and then August 16th payday number 4. So because today is August 23rd, this is an extra pay period because my next payday will actually be August 30th, but that will be my first pay period of September and then the cycle will continue. So this pay period of payday starting on August 23rd and going until August 29th is truly an extra pay period. But again, because I've already had 4 paydays, so the 26th, the 2nd, the 9th, and the 16th, I've already saved up all of the allocations I needed for my bills and debts, and it is sitting ready to go in the bank, ready to auto draft September's payments. So I don't need to contribute anything towards those payments with this paycheck, which is why I'm going to have so much extra cash freed up to be able to contribute more to savings challenges and sinking funds. And so I'm going to go to my paycheck breakdown and cash planning sheet for this Magic Month paycheck. So today is August 23rd. This pay period will run from August 23rd to August 29th, and it is a magic month. So I do not need to allocate any percent of my monthly income for bills and debts. So I just usually write magic there. Now I am going to keep a portion of this paycheck in the bank, and there are 2 things that I always do with a magic month. The first is I try to make an extra payment towards whatever debts I have at that time. And so currently my only debt is my student loan. Normally I'm contributing with every single paycheck. I believe I'm putting aside like $120. I think it's $122. And so I'm going to make an extra payment of $400 with this paycheck because I have the flexibility and because that $400 will go 100% to the principal of that student loan. So it's really going to help bring down my balance and help me pay it off faster. And so I'm going to do $400 as an extra payment to my student loan. And then I also always contribute to my investment account. And so I, with every single paycheck, put $140 towards my Roth IRA, and I keep that consistent no matter what. And so $540 of this paycheck is going to stay in the bank for those 2 things. Now, I did give myself a little bit more flexibility in my variable expenses for this week. I gave myself a little bit of flexibility more than usual in eating out, a little bit more in spending, family, and miscellaneous. I didn't have to do that, but I just wanted to be able to do that. And if I don't end up spending it, it's okay because it'll be leftover variable expenses that I can then contribute towards my savings challenges in the next pay period. So I didn't put a ton extra versus my normal in my wallet, but because I had a little bit of a buffer with this magic month, I did put a little bit towards it. And then the biggest place where I made additional contributions is in my sinking funds. And so for most of my sinking fund categories across all 3 binders, my high priority, my low priority, and my kids binder, I doubled, if not more, my normal contributions. So things like emergency are receiving a way bigger allocation than they normally get. I think my normal paycheck, weekly paycheck is $40. So I'm putting $200 into emergency. And then, like I said, just across the board, everything is up at least double, if not more. And so I am stuffing a lot more in my sinking funds than normal. The other place where I'm really putting a lot more this pay period because I've got the flexibility is vacation. So I did set aside my weekly contribution for the 52-week challenge. And then normally in vacation, I'm only planning for $25. And then whatever I have left over in my variable expenses on top of that gets contributed to the vacation savings challenge. With this magic month paycheck, I'm able to contribute $605. So that's going to be a really exciting one when we get to it. Now, one question I did get the last time that I did a magic month is, why am I stuffing my wallet if this is an extra paycheck? The reason is because this paycheck is still tied to a pay period. So I still have the normal weekly expenses like groceries, eating out, gas, spending, etc. because I'm a weekly paid employee, and this paycheck is tied to this next week of my life. So I still have to stuff my wallet. It's really, with a magic month, the things that get freed up are what you normally would allocate towards bills and debts, which is usually, a pretty significant portion of, at least in my case, in my paycheck. It frees up a lot of money. So still really exciting. Now, if you get a bonus paycheck that is a truly extra paycheck, not tied to your normal weekly calendar, so it's a pure bonus paycheck, those are a little bit different. I won't have a bonus paycheck until probably September or October. And so when I have a bonus paycheck, I'll walk you through that and show you how it's different. But for a magic month, you still want to make sure that you're allocating your normal amount to your variable expenses in your weekly wallet. So that I'm going to go ahead and put aside. so I can reference it as I'm doing my cash stuffing. So I already went to the bank and I got what I needed for this cash stuffing, which again was $2,430. So a lot more than what I am normally cash stuffing. So let me go ahead and get this all into my cash tray. I love magic months. It just feels like you make a huge leap in terms of your progress for sinking funds and savings challenges. It's always really exciting. Bunch of 20s this week. A lot of 10s too. All right, and I'm gonna go ahead and start by stuffing my wallet. So first category I'm gonna stuff is groceries. Flip back here to see, and I'm gonna do $200 for groceries, and that's gonna be one 100 and two 50s for the week. All right, eating out, I am also gonna do $200. Normally this is only $125, so this is one place where I'm giving myself a little extra grace this week. All right, gas is gonna get $30. That's the usual amount that I stuff for gas. I know that's pretty low. I've seen a couple of questions on that. My husband and I both have hybrid jobs, and with 3 little ones, we walk a lot of places. We don't get out much beyond that, and so we really don't spend a lot on gas. We're lucky that way. Spending is gonna get $50. Instead, we spend all that money on the kids and other places. All right, family is also gonna get $50 this week. And then kindness, I'm gonna add $5 to this envelope, so that'll give me $10 total. And the miscellaneous is also getting $50 this week. My normal amount for that is $40, so just bumped it up a bit. All right, and that is it. I'm all set for my wallet. Next, I'm going to start with my long-term sinking funds. So my long-term sinking funds are the sinking funds that I am hoping to build up over the next year or so. So I do not plan to make withdrawals from these sinking funds in the short term. So I'm going to start with emergency. Emergency is getting $200 this week, which is super exciting. So my fully funded goal to get, my goal to get back to fully funded on this is $2,500. So this is a good, nice contribution to get me a good jump start on that. So emergency now has 100, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 10, 15. 315 in emergency. Christmas is gonna get $80, and that is a 50, a 20, and a 10. And that is also about double my normal contribution to that, which is great. It'll give me a little bit of a buffer. All right, so Christmas now has 500, 600, 700, 800, 850, 870, 890, 910, 930, 950, 960. In Christmas. Holidays is gonna get $40. Holidays now has 50, 100, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 190. Which is great, because really all that's left for this year, and that is Halloween and Thanksgiving. Medical is getting $40 this week. Medical now has 50, 70, 90, 110, 130, 150, 170, 175. Insurance is getting $40. Insurance now has 50, 150, 70, 90, 210, 230. We pay this is for my health insurance is taken out of my paycheck with my employer. This insurance envelope is for our car insurance, and we pay that 2 times a year. So I think that next bill will come due around December. Home is going to get $40 this week. So home now has 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 10, 20, 30. 130 in home. Lawn is getting $20. Lawn now has 20, 30, 40, 50. Dan did just go through. I'm actually going to need to move that because I put it on my credit card. But Dan did go through and do the sand like re-leveling in the backyard. And some of the spots were actually deeper spots. So he had to like kind of dig up the grass and then put the leveling sand under it. But some of them he was just able to kind of spread it on top. And it is kind of surprising how fast the grass grows back after that. So hopefully that'll mean a little bit of a flatter yard for the kids to run around in. All right, car is getting $40. Car now has 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100, 105, 110 in car. And then anniversary is also getting $40. Anniversary now has 50, 150, 170, 190, 210, 230, 250, 270, 280. Our plan for anniversary was going to be that we were going to go to a college football game. We're huge college football fans. I went to Ohio State, and Dan's just a big Ohio State fan, so we're a Buckeye family, and we were going to go to an Ohio State game for our anniversary, but our littlest one still is not sleeping through the night, and my other two kids started sleeping through the night when they were 7 months old, and so the fact that she's still not sleeping all the way through the night is just new territory for us with the third. And we both started, like, the more we were talking about it, we were like, we don't want to leave her with someone overnight. Like, my sister would have come over and watched her, but I think it would have freaked Callie out if she woke up in the middle of the night and it wasn't me to go comfort her. And so I think what we're going to do instead, Dan's really taking the lead. He's so great, and kind of creating just a fun, like, all day date day. So we're going to go get a couples massage. We're going to go see a movie. We're going to do brunch. We're going to go for a nice dinner. We're figuring out like how we can make a whole day of it from the morning until until the evening, but still be able to be home, be able to put the kids to bed, and be home in case the little one wakes up during the middle of the night. Although what I did tell him, which I shouldn't even have said this out loud, I should have knocked on wood. So I was like, this is going to be the one time where we like do this. We change our whole plan. We like change the whole celebration day. And then that night is going to be the first night that she sleeps through the night. I'm calling it right now. All right, shopping. This is my short-term sinking funds. Shopping is going to get $40. So it now has 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45. 145 in shopping. I totally can just see it now. She's going to sleep through the night and we're going to be like, of course she did. Although, if that's the worst thing that happens and she sleeps through the night, then that's a victory of itself. So we will take it. All right, date night's getting 40. So date night now has 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 105, 110. Okay, family fun. Family fun is going to get $40. Family fun now has 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 105, 110. I'll be able to do another condensing here somewhat shortly. All right, clothing. Clothing's going to get $50 this week. So clothing now has 50, 70, 90, 110, 130, 150, 170, 190, 195, 200. It's a nice even amount. All right, self-care. Self-care is getting $40 as well. Self-care now has 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80. And then Lola and Luna. Lola and Luna are getting $60, and I did 50 and a 1 for that. So, or 50 and a 1, 50 and a 10. All right, so Lola and Luna now have 50, 70, 90, 110, 130, 150, 170, 190, 200, 205, 210. And they both have appointments with the vet next week. So I'm guessing I'm gonna pull most of that. Kindness is getting $20 this week. So Kindness now has 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60. And then Miscellaneous is getting $20 as well. So Miscellaneous now has 20, 40, 60, 80, 90. All right, that is it for my short-term sinking funds. I apologize if my voice is hoarse. I had a lot of meetings this morning at my job, and I normally don't have that many meetings on Friday, but I was talking a lot more than I normally am, so voice is a little bit rough this afternoon. Okay, so the kids binder, Maverick is getting $15 with this paycheck. So Maverick now has 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. I think that's going to be the same for all the kids. So Remy's also getting 15. Oops. Remy now has 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. And then Callie is also getting 15. Callie now has 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. All right, Kids Medical. Kids Medical is getting $40. Kids Medical now has 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 85, 90. Activities. Activities is getting $50. Activities now has 50, 70, 90, 110, 130, 135, 140. And kids activities. Birthdays. Birthdays is getting $40 as well. We don't have a kid's birthday until January, but this will give me a little bit of a bump to save for it. So now we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80. That's awesome because I still have a lot of time to save up. Birthdays are not right in a row, but kind of close to each other. So we'll want to save that up. Have a pretty good amount going into the new year. Kids clothing is also getting 40. So kids clothing now has 20, 40, 60, 65, 70. Actually made I think over $100 withdrawal from that one this past week because the kids started school, which is crazy, but there were a couple things that they wanted to keep at school this year. So they wanted a pair of rain boots and then a rain jacket that they wanted to have to keep at school. So went ahead and got the kids everything they needed for the stuff that was staying at school. So this is haircuts. Haircuts now has 20, 40, 50, 55, 60, 65. I hope I did that right. I was supposed to put 10 in there. I think that's right. We'll see. All right, memberships. Memberships is getting 50. So memberships now has 50, 70, 90, 110, 120, 130, 135, 140. In memberships. And then school is getting 40 this week. So school now has 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 85, 90, 95. And then teacher gifts. Teacher gifts is also getting 40. So teacher gifts now has 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 85, 90. That's it. Awesome. So that is it for sinking funds, which is great. I feel like those were really solid contributions and are going to put me ahead for a lot of the sinking funds, which is awesome. So next, I'm going to move into savings challenges. Before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to combine the money that I had planned for and set aside for saving challenges. I'm going to combine that with the leftover cash that I had from my variable expenses for this week, because it's all going towards saving challenges. So put that in there. I've got 5, and then I've got 4 ones. Okay. So one of the saving challenges that I am going to do this week, because I do it every week, is the 52-week savings challenge. So I do the 52-week savings challenge no matter what, because it's a weekly challenge that's just tied to the week that you're in. So my 52-week savings challenge, I'm in week 34, which means I need to contribute $34. So I'm going to go ahead and find the number 34 envelope. And I don't know, I think I planned 35 for this. So let me see if I've got 34. These singles. Whew, I do. Okay, so I'm going to put exactly $34 in. If I hadn't had the right number of singles, I probably would have just done 35, but since I got it, I'll use it. All right, so that is $34. I'm going to go ahead and mark that one off on my tracker. All right. Starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel for that one. So that is it for my 52-week savings challenge for this week. All right, and I do not need to contribute to the 12-month savings challenge this week, because I finished the August savings challenge for the 12-month savings challenge last week. In my last video, I was able to complete that one. So that means that every single thing that I have left can all go to my magical vacation savings challenge. So for me in particular, I am saving for the magical vacation savings challenge, which is going to be a Disney vacation and Disney cruise for our family of 5. It is going to take us a long time to save up for this. So I am starting now and contributing slowly, and however long it takes, it takes. And for a little bit of background on this, we have not been on a family vacation since before I was pregnant with our first. So we've never gone on a vacation as a family. It's just been the ages of the kids has made it really difficult to like think about vacation. And we really, wanted to save for it and wanted the kids to be a little bit older when we did do a vacation so they could really enjoy it and remember it. So we're starting to save now, but fully anticipate that this is going to take probably over a year to save. We don't even have it booked. We're just starting to put money aside for it. So I'm really excited to contribute and keep kind of making progress towards this one. Magical Vacation Savings Challenge Set is one of the newer products in my shop, but I also have just a regular vacation savings challenge as well. So I did use, we are planning on going on a cruise. So what we're planning on doing is going to a couple of parks, like 2 or 3 days worth of parks, and then jumping on a cruise. And I used my other savings challenge as kind of our cruise fare savings challenge. So each of these symbols are really high. So other, and then airfare, and then I think accommodations is another one accommodations is $50 per symbol, and then tickets is $30 per symbol. So I do have some in here that just the symbols each are worth a lot more. I have some where the symbols are worth $5. So I'm just going to start with plugging away at some of the ones where the symbols are worth a higher amount to at least start to make progress on some of those. And then with the cash that I have left after that, I'll start plugging away on some of the other smaller ones. So for other, since this is our cruise fare, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fill in 1 and put $200 towards that. So what color do I want to do for that? I think I'll do this like light pretty blue. All right, slowly but surely, at least there's 1 marked off for this. 1. All right, so got 1 of those. Let me find, I think accommodations was, I see that I've got a 50, so yep, perfect. Okay, accommodations is 50, so I'm gonna go ahead and fill in 1 of these, and I'm gonna do this color for accommodations. Fill in 1 of the little castles. All right. Hardest part of this is going to be remembering which color I picked up for each of these. All right, I've got a bunch of 20s, so let's see if we can find a couple of challenges that have 10 or 20s. I'm gonna do a couple more airfare ones here. Let's see how many I've got. 1, 2, 3, 20, 40, 60, 80, 120, 40, 60, 80, 220, 40, 60. Okay, I'm gonna do 6 more of the, I'm gonna do 7 more of the carpets, I think. So I'll need, yep, 20, 40, 60, 80, 120, 40, 60, 80, 220, 40, 60, 70, 80. Yeah, and that'll be 7. Okay, I'm gonna put all of that in airfare. And then I will be able to fill in 7 of these. My goal and kind of, I don't know, strategy with this, I guess, is to try to, when I've got a lot of extra cash to contribute, to try to knock out some of the bigger savings challenges within this set, and then kind of use what's left after that to fill in some of the smaller ones, because the smaller ones will go quickly. It's these bigger ones that just take a while. I want to start making some progress towards them. That was awesome. That was a good amount. All right, so that is airfare. I will be doing, when I do a cash condensing, I am going to condense this savings challenge as well, because that one's already got a lot of bills in it. All right, tickets. Let's see. 1, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Ooh, awesome. We can do 2 tickets. Let's do that. All right, so we will fill in 2 tickets. What have I not done yet? We'll do... I don't know why. Let's do pink for tickets. This would have been cute if I did the star a different color, but ain't nobody got time for that. All right, so we've got 2 of the tickets. And that savings challenge started. I like keeping the tracker in front so you can kind of see it through the envelope. All right, let's see, we've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So let's find, you can put, and color in 2 of these, 5, 10, 15, 20. We'll color in 2 more activities. And then I need 1 that's just a 5. Ooh, souvenirs. Let's do that. All right, and then be able to color in 1 of the souvenir roses. All right. And that is it for the savings challenge. That was for sure over $600 that went in there, so that is awesome. All right, guys, that is it for this Magic Month cash stuffing. Thank you so, so much for hanging out with me and following along my journey. As always, I just want to say thank you so much for all of the engagement, all of the support, whether it's just you watching this video, commenting, liking it. If you're a subscriber, thank you so much for continuing to follow along on my journey. And if you're following along on your own financial journey, as always, I want to wish you a simple budget, a calm mind, and a happy life. Thanks so much.